a selfless act of creating a cloud model. Glenn Sanford is the founder and creator of eXp Realty. He did this back in 2009, but in 2006, he was one of the top 50 producers for all of Keller Williams. Those 3 years, 06, 07, 08, and 09, as you recall, subprime lending, foreclosure America, the prick your finger loan, the fog a mirror loan, all those things came back to nip America in the butt. And so what happened is Glenn, having a brick and mortar and this typical standard brokerage that everyone else had, he said something's got to change. And he did. He leveled model that was created, I think, sometime in 1906 after the earthquake in San Francisco. And he leveled it to the ground and said, that's not the model that's going to work today in the mobile movement. And so he created eXp Realty. When I met Glenn in 2009, it was December, I'll never forget it. I got to walk through the very first cloud office, the first mind concept of even having a cloud brokerage. And that video can be found on YouTube today. You should go watch it. Just go to YouTube and search virtual real estate office, and you'll see the avatars, you'll see the world. And this is back when Glenn had just a handful of agents, maybe 35 to 40. Or again, just starting out of Bellingham, Washington, closing down the brick and mortar, and even expanding possibly into Arizona. And that's where Brian Colhane came into the picture. But again, there's a lot of history between then and now. And I do mean a lot of history. Every day, something significant happens in this company to somebody somewhere. Until you're here, until you talk to folks who've been here for any length of time, whether it's through just their production results, whether it's through their stock ownership and the shares they've earned by being an agent. Some people are celebrating, doing victory dances over their revenue share. There's just a lot of ways folks are being impacted by our model. Well, over the years, other people Glenn's vision, and Glenn's vision was this, and I'm going to quote. Glenn said, I want to build a real estate company that I myself would want to go to work for, unquote. At one point, we sat in a meeting, and I'll never forget, it was almost like a mission statement, but it sounded like this. I want eXp Realty, and we together agreed, we want eXp Realty's value proposition to be so good that it would actually be irresponsible for an agent or broker to hang their license anywhere else. And Glenn has never rested on his laurels, and he's never found anybody that does. And all the people from 2009, 10, 11, all the way up till today share that vision. We share that passion. We share that dream, because that dream, because of this environment and this brokerage and model, can make people's dreams come true. We're going to show you that. So what Glenn has done, not by choice, just by people sharing the vision. And you can see over the years, 2013, eXp Realty became a publicly traded company. Just this last year, this year in 2018 in May, we're uplisted on the NASDAQ, and that is huge for our company. But over the years, you can see in time, Glenn has aligned himself across the country with great leadership, entrepreneurial, top producing teams and agents, some of the smartest people on the planet who share the vision and the passion to make eXp Realty what it is today. Today we have over that little agent office I met in 09 that had 35 to 50 agents or so. I'll never forget that day, because today we're at over 13,000 agents in 49 states, 3 provinces in Canada, soon to be all 50 states. And it's not the agent count that is really the point of the slide. The slide just shows, wow, look at the growth from agent count when the company's gone public. And yes, it's unprecedented. It's unbelievable. It's roads and paths never traveled, because nobody's done what we've done. Let me ask you, have you ever sat in an auditorium like this at any other brokerage? So we are unique, but what makes this slide so powerful is it's the quality and the caliber you're going to see shortly of these few agents across the globe who've impacted the consumer market. Remember, there's a lot of new change in the world today with mobile movement, with internet, with Wi-Fi around every corner. And so, we're going to talk about some of the things that agents are able to do using this technology that they can't get or won't be able to access from a brick and mortar facility. I'm going to talk a second about our core values because I could spend an hour going over each one and telling you how valuable and important these are. But I will tell you, even before looking at this slide and before this was ever created by our executive team and our marketing department, these core values were in place that did back in December 2009. We just had to pull them out and put them out there. But the one I will tell you that makes me so proud is sustainability. When Inman News did an interview with our Chief Operations Officer, Mary Frances Coleman, they asked her, and her comment was, today's model, brick and mortar model, and its hierarchy is just not sustainable for the future of real estate. And is there anybody here that doesn't own a mobile phone? So these core shaped the way we do business, the way we work inside together, the way we work with agents and staff, and the way we work, most importantly, with consumers. Remember, folks, we're a residential real estate brokerage. That is what we do. That's our specialty. We want to be number one in every category because that's what we do. We're a residential real estate brokerage. So the model had to change. The only way to remain and stay a residential real estate agent is to get out there and be in front of your customer, to run your business your way. And we think we've created a business model that directly impacts the consumer. When you consumer-related items that you yourself have changed because of the cloud, then this all makes sense. Our business model is so unique. For example, again, your space bar, look to the left, look to the right, look to all the agents sitting in this room representing the better portion of the U.S. and Canada, and everywhere. That makes our model very unique. But to the consumer, what is the benefit? Here's the benefit. Has anybody here ever called a travel agency and booked a trip to Hawaii, Florida, Australia, New Zealand, Mazatlan? Okay, so you get it. Expedia decided to go to the cloud and change travel forever. Agreed? Yeah. Order. They just moved it to the cloud. They made a consumer-centric portal, brings better, faster, cheaper, more value, more efficient, more effective to the consumer. The end result. Blockbuster Video. They'll never charge you 99 cents for rewinding your video ever again. You know how much I paid in 99-cent rewind fees because I fell asleep during the movie? Oh my goodness. Then Netflix comes along and says we can do it better, faster, cheaper, more efficient, more powerful, higher definition. We can put it right on your mobile device for half the price. Did the cloud not prove Blockbuster? Now, here's the funny thing you may not know. Netflix approached Blockbuster and said, would you like to acquire us? Here's the concept. And Blockbuster said, no. Oh, Blockbuster has one store open. I believe it's somewhere in Ohio, and I think they're turning it into a museum. Circuit City, Radio Shack, the mall during the holidays, craziness. Amazon says we can fix it. They went to the cloud. Driving around, showing properties, got to run back to the office. Driving around, showing property, go back and get a fax. Driving around, folks, it's not like that anymore. eXp is following Netflix, the Expedias, the companies that are taking consumer-centric service to the cloud to be better, faster, quicker, more efficient, more effective. Why would we not want to follow the planet who are providing the ultimate service to the consumer? It just makes sense. So when you compare what's out there today, you have your typical franchise. It's a big, costly building with desks. It costs money to run lights, gas, electricity, water, garbage, toner for the fax machine, bottled water for the fridge, magazine subscription for the table. Folks, these costs run anywhere from most brokerages, anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a month. Not to mention the franchise fees and all the other fees. At eXp Realty, we're one big company, no franchise. The typical franchise, not only do you have the lease, the cost, the expenses, and unjustifiable fees that you have to pay to run a brick and mortar building. Plus, you're locally confined to the people within that building. You're locally confined to that building, that parking stall, that model. right? You got to do floor time and all these things that people say and do. And then when you walk into the office, everybody's, hey, Brad, you get a big hug, big greet, and then everybody goes silent. Why? Because tonight they're going to be my competitor in the same market. We're all competing in that same little brick and mortar franchise, and so there is no growth. There is no way Sally or Greg or George or Eric Bengal here is going to give me any answers, because no way, man, I'm not going to help you. And then lastly, how many people are in that brick and mortar building when you walk in each day? Are the lights on or off in the broker's office? Is the door locked and closed, or is it open? Say, come on in, I'm here to help. I don't know, you tell me. How many tech support people do you have? How many accountants do you have sitting around? How many people do you have willing to work with you on your transaction and answer questions or help you with your agent experience, kind of like a customer service? How many people do you really have sitting in your office? And the chances are probably pretty slim to none, if you even have a tech support person in a cubicle somewhere in the office. So here's what Glenn envisioned, and I'm not dissing or putting down any other brokerage or model. I'm just saying that the blockbuster concept, the circuits, they probably are going to stay in existence forever. But is there a better way? Some of you prefer Amazon. Some of you prefer Netflix. Some of you have canceled your cable bill because you have Netflix and you don't need to pay for 140 channels and not know what to watch. If you even watch TV. An eXp, check it out. We're a cloud environment. No desk fee. You get to work from anywhere, anytime. You're not connected to a box. You don't have to go anywhere and check in anywhere. You get to be the boss of you and run your life and your business from anywhere on the planet. Number two, you need help and support, waiting for a local title company or a lender or appraiser to put on a seminar for you. Stop it. Come in here. We do some cases 8 hours of training in a day. 30 plus hours of training every week from live people, not the sales manager who has a desk in the back. I'm talking about 13,000 agents who are part of our eXp University faculty who come in and talk about everything from farming, lead generation, time management, bring in panels. We have keynotes, masterminds. Oh my gosh. You can't get that in the real world in the next 90 days, and we'll do it here in a day. In a week, you can get more training and education and support. Hey, Greg, your mic's wide open. Bless you if that was a sneeze, but if you wouldn't mind muting your mic, my friend, I'm going to turn my volume down a little. That was, there we go. Yeah, folks, if your mics are open, we hear everything. And so just look down there once in a while and make sure it's red. And again, Greg, bless you if that was a sneeze. Also, real-time support. When you walk into your brick and mortar traditional franchise, how many people are there to help you? Folks, behind those doors, behind you right now, in this world, we have over 250 full-time staff here to help you guys, Monday through Friday. We'll talk about that. You're going to have access to a network and a resource, not just the people in this room that represent some of the greater portion of the country, but you're going to have access to an international collaborative network and resource community of over 13,000 people who really know what they're doing, and you can tap into this collaborative community where you'll never have another question, you'll never have another challenge the rest of your life in this business. Because somebody in our company has the answer, they read the book, got the t-shirt, and they have solutions. And we'll show you how we maximize collaboration here at eXp Realty, which can't be done by any other brokerage or model unless they have this technology. And the last thing is, you get to be part of all this and have skin in the game. This is the only company. When I joined, it said, not only will we give you the agreed commission split, but we'll give you shares of stock in the company, and we'll share every single sale at eXp Realty. We will give back to the agents right off the top, called revenue share. Really. So let's talk about some of those things. I'm going to share that with you guys. Again, just comparing side by side brick and mortar traditional brokerages and hierarchies versus the eXp cloud model. There is really no comparison, and there really is no denying that it is the way to go. It is not just the future, it's what we're doing today. Imagine having no desk fees. Imagine having nobody say, I'm the boss of you. Some of you are laughing because you have older brothers and sisters. I hated that. I got 4 brothers and sister, all older than me. As soon as mom and dad left, it was, I'm the boss of you. Now get in and do the dishes. And I'd have to do their chore. Or I went to Hawaii and I got my black belt and mobile. You get to run your business from anywhere you see fit. You get to run your life. You get to be the CEO of you now. You get to work from any location. And by us removing all the overhead and operating costs, we're able to give back to all of the agents. Better technology, better products, better services, better people. We're able to do a lot more. Imagine if you didn't have to pay your mortgage ever again. What would you do with that money? You'd give back to your family. Well, that's what Glenn's doing. Because we don't have the overhead and operating costs with agents. You would truly be a paperless agent. All of our transactions are paperless. And you have instant access to the answers to the questions you don't even know you have. Access to support, training, and even the challenges, the largest or smallest challenges you face or will ever face in your business, we have instant access to the answers and that. Again, there's more than 20 hours they're saying of live training. That's just the products, tools, and services we provide to you at no additional cost. We do provide that type of training, but we also have additional training. We have an iConversation. We have a great leadership meeting every week. We have all kinds of other things, masterminds for agents, work groups, workshops. I mean, there's just a ton of this. If you wanted to see what's going on in a single day or in a week here in this world, go type in expcloud.com. Scroll down, you'll see the calendar. And on that calendar is what's happening live yesterday, today, and forever going forward. We do provide real-time support. As I said, outside those doors, I have more than 250 full-time eXp Realty staff, paid and employed by eXp Realty to do one thing, help you in every aspect of your business. They're out there Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 a.m. for you Western folks to 5 p.m. And I don't mean Western with cowboy hats. I mean West Coast Pacific time. Again, accounting, tech support, brokerage operations, agent experience. It's all right out there. Even our own human resources department is on the backside of the lake by the boats. So everybody is here, folks. This is our brick and mortar. This is our brokerage. This is our home. This is where we work each and every day. I wanted to talk about international collaboration. If everybody in the room would just do me one quick favor, I could prove my point. I'm sitting just outside the gateways to a little city called Napa, California. You may have heard of it. I live in a city called Corday. Everybody, type in the city and state. Go. Just type in your cities, type in your state. If you need to think about it for a minute, go ahead. If you need to click back on eXp World because you're multitasking, go ahead. Kaneohe, oh my gosh, I lived in Temple Valley. 47-461-6. Hui, right across from the shopping center there, right across from Temple Valley. Love Kaneohe. Then I moved back to California, and I ended up moving back to Kailua. I lived at 605 Hanale Place, bought the home, made a fortune, sold the home, and here I am back in California again. So Hawaii and California are my home states. It's where I love to live, work, and play. It's where I will probably die. One of those places someday, but definitely love it. So here's what I'm pointing out to you guys. As you're typing in, no Kauai, number one. Yeah, all my ohana is in Hawaii. In fact, I trained there for 6 years. So my sensei from Okinawa, his trainer, and just great memories and great love for the islands. I grew up with the Kinimaka family, so they got me speak that kind like the pigeon, you know, all that stuff. It's fun, loved it. But here's my point. Look where you guys are all from right now. Now do me one more favor. Just type in the text chat. How many years have you been doing this? How many years have you been in real estate? If it's less than a year, just put a 0. Zeros are good, folks. You don't have any bad habits. You can learn from the people who have good habits in this room. But everybody, real quick, just give me a number. Everybody, a number. 0 if you've been in the business less than a year. If not, how many years have you been helping people buy and sell the American dream, or at least part of the industry? I got about 20 of you to respond to that, but my point is this. You're surrounded right now. Look in that text chat box. If you look in the text, this big black box, you can make it as big as you want. Look at how many people from all over the country, and look how many years of experience are right here in this room right now. Do you think there's a question that could be asked right here of this group that couldn't be answered by someone in this group? What if it's not even real estate related? Right? I mean, think about that. Now, imagine that times 100. Imagine having the same access to this experience, this room of people, live in real time, but with 13,000 others. We're going to show you that you can collaborate and share best practices among your peers way beyond just this room. Is there anybody in the room right now that can tell me anywhere on the planet Earth right now where there's an event going on where there's more than 60 people gathered representing this portion of the country with this much experience? This is just another moment in another hour of another day at eXp Realty that goes on every single day. $1,000 to end up going to a conference or to an Inman Connect or to the NAR event, and they come home, and we do this every day, all day in here for free. There is no resource or conduit connecting real estate professionals like our eXp world. If you want collaboration and you want answers, they're sitting right next to you right here, right now. Regardless of where you hang your license, we're all real. And at the end of the day, we work together. We respect each other. You wouldn't be in our world if we didn't want you here. And so, times are changing. We're raising the bar. The industry is changing because of what we believe we can do and what we can put out there. And here's one of the things we're doing to change and disrupt the industry. At eXp Realty, just like any other brokerage, you get your agreed commission split. Doesn't matter what company you go to work for, they're going to say, yeah, you're on a 50 or you're on a 60-40 and you're going to stay there forever. Or you're on a 70-30 and you can go to 80-20 once you cap at 32,000. Or we'll give you 90-10 because you're a really good agent. We just want for sale signs all over the country. Or we'll give you 100% commission because now every brokerage out there gives you and pays you the agreed commission split. At eXp Realty, when you close your first transaction, they not only give you the agreed 80-20 split, they give you shares of stock just for closing your first deal. They give you shares of stock when you pay your $16K and you cap. They give you shares of stock every time you go out and share your story in this model with another person you know, love, and trust. And if that person joins the company, every single person who does, as you are their sponsor, the company again gives you shares of stock. Folks, this is the stuff you're out there doing every day anyway, with any brokerage, any model. You go out, you help people buy and sell homes. eXp is going to award you shares of stock. We call it our Equity Awards program. You are awarded stock for going out and doing what you got a license to do. The 16K that I was talking about, the 80-20 split, 16K is what you pay in. You take your split, you pay in, you sell out, you take your split, you pay it in. Once you hit 16K, you cap. You go to 100% commission. That's it. 16,000 paid in gets you 100% commission. And again, you'll get stock for doing so. Now we have an agent equity program. Program means every home you sell, you could take up to 5% of your commission, your closing check, and you can purchase the company's stock at a 20% discount. Those are the only two programs we have, folks. Agent Equity Awards, where you're awarded stock, in the Agent Equity Program, where you can actually purchase stock at a discount. If you want to know more about that, you can go Google EXPI. You can also go to expworldholdings.com. That's our parent company of eXp Realty, and you can see all our SEC filings, all of our reports, all that good information. Now, we also have what's called the Icon Agent Award Program. It's the coveted status here at eXp Realty because it's the highest award you can achieve. It's where you cap, and then you go beyond capping, you become an Icon agent. The company will give you back your $16,000 you paid in the cap, and they'll give it back to you reach a certain production and cultural goals within your anniversary year, which basically means if you're just out there helping people buy and sell homes, you can 3 of these and grow in a much greater way than just the next closings commission. Does that make sense? What is an anniversary year? Great question, Anne Marie. I joined January 7th. Didn't have my first closing until February 3rd. As I recall, February 3rd would be my start. And then the February 3rd, the following year, everything resets and you go start back over. And we do that each and every year. But you might want to double check that. Walk over to our accounting department right outside the doors, take a right, go through the foyer, and you'll dead end it to the accounting department. And you could ask them, is an anniversary year the day I start, the license is moved over? I believe it's the day you close your first transaction. That becomes your anniversary day. You get to do this each and every year. The company has a agent advisory council. So that we can manage the voices and the thoughts and the suggestions of feedback of more than 13,000 agents and growing. Hundreds. I can tell you we get hundreds of applications a day. In 1 week, we've had over 300 people join eXp Realty. We've had over 100 in a day. We've had over 1,000 in a month. And I know that the unprecedented growth is because of the model, it's because of the culture, and it's because of the financial opportunity that we're offering agents around the world with doing the same thing they're already doing. But in order to keep our thumb on the heartbeat of the company, we have an agent advisory council. These are the people who are the ears, the eyes. They have their thumb on the heartbeat of they have an open door policy to all of you, to everybody, with eXp or outside of eXp, in order to bring the information and the intel that we need back to the corporate and executive leadership teams so that we can turn things and make things happen instantly on a dime. In some cases, changes are made in moments here. It's not a 3-month, well, let a committee review it. Let's go and see if we can have 5 votes. No. Things happen really quick and easy at eXp Realty. I'm going to go to questions at the end. So if somebody was asking me to explain something, I'm going to get through these slides first for everybody else's sake of your time. I do respect and value, appreciate your time. I want to get everybody out of here on time. So I'm going to save some of those questions for the end. They might get answered here in these slides coming up. Besides just getting a higher commission with a lower cap and making more money selling, helping people purchase and buy and sell homes. Glenn Sanford, when he founded the company, and he said, I want to create a real estate company that I myself would want to go to work for. I want to have a value proposition so good it would be irresponsible for agents and brokers to hang their license elsewhere. So what he did in the beginning, he said, this organization, every single house that ever sells, I'm going to take a piece of my cut, my little 20% cut, and I'm going to pull 3.5% right off of the top of my cut, the company's cut, and I'm going to give that back to our eXp agents. Folks, who does that? What do you do with your 80%? What would you do with your commission? Don't you go pay the bills and take the kids out, Disneyland, buy a new dress for your wife or a suit for your husband, maybe go to a nice, then takes his cut and gives it back to the people here at eXp Realty. It's called revenue share. Now, some real estate brokerages out there say, look, if there's anything left over after I pay all the bills, which is $42,680.69, if there's anything left, I'm willing to give you 5% of the profit, right? And a lot of brokerages and some people out there on these profit share programs, and I understand that. I understand that once you pay the bills, if there's anything left, we call that your P&L. It's either a profit or it's a loss. Glenn decided to break that model and that hierarchy of here's how it works, and said, listen, I'm willing to take 3.5% off of the top of the transaction sale and give it back to you. Which would you rather have, folks? 5% off the bottom and hope there's something there, or 3.5% off every single transaction in this company? So here's how it works. I call up my friend. I tell him, hey, he says, hey, what happened? I heard you're not at Zillow anymore. And I tell him, yeah, that was 4 years ago. I left Zillow and came to eXp Realty. And he says, well, why did you go to eXp Realty? And I say, you know what? Let me show you. And I did what you're doing now. I said, come in and look at the model, then call me back and you tell me if I made a mistake. Because I know Spencer Raskoff might hire me back, and I'll just go back to Zillow if you think I screwed up. And he looks at the model, and he says, this is a great model. How do I get in on this? And he joins eXp Realty. His name's Fred Flintstone. Okay, so Fred joins eXp Realty, goes out and he sells this guy, Mr. Slade, a house. I'm then off of the top of that transaction. Every time Fred sells a house, I get 3.5% off of the 20% split that comes into the company until Fred caps. Once Fred goes to 100% commission, there's nothing left for eXp Realty to share with me. But until Fred caps, I will be receiving 3.5% off every transaction. That equates to about $2,800 in his anniversary year. In his anniversary day, when it resets, he goes back to the 80-20 split, and I end up collecting 3.5% for the next year. And folks, this is forever. It's passive revenue that is paid to our agents, hundreds, if not thousands of them right now, and it's every single month. It's in addition to your stock. It's in addition to the shares you purchase or are awarded. It's in addition to your agent. This is additional revenue. And I have agents here who have grown their groups by simply going out and writing offers and introducing them to our company. So here we're introduced that way, and that's why you're here today. So thank you for coming in, first of all. Thanks for being open-minded to even look at another model, because I know what most people say, like I did. I'm not interested. I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at. Well, if I stayed happy where I'm at and I don't get uncomfortable and move forward, I would be like the other people. I wouldn't be here. And so it's really important to understand this is not multi-level marketing. This is not a pyramid. Folks, we're a publicly traded company. We can't mess around like that. We dot every I, we cross every T. Glenn is just kind enough to launch a business model in brokerage that's willing to give back out of his cut to the person who told you about this company. And you wonder why we're growing at an unprecedented rate. We don't recruit, we don't attract, we don't have recruiters. We just have people out sharing their story, showing these slides, which you're all going to get a copy of. And agents across the country and Canada and even globally are looking at our model saying, you know what? Can we bring the whole team over? Go talk to Mitch Ryback. Over 50 people he brought from Florida, Tropical Realty. He said, you know what? I can't do this. I can't provide this for my people. And rather than losing my people over to eXp, I'm just going to bring my whole brokerage over. So you may be a broker here today. You may just be an agent with a team today. Folks, we have tons of teams who join eXp Realty because they see the opportunity is more than just a commission increase or a cool platform. There is financial opportunity for you to truly schedule and start planning a retirement, an exit strategy. Now, my friend Fred, yeah, he's worth about $2,800 a year to me, and that might not seem like much to you, but I can tell you that $2,800 would feed my three boys for at least a month. You know, a box of cereal and a gallon of milk each morning. I mean, that stuff adds up. So $2,800 per friend I bring into the company. I've never recruited anybody. I've told the people I love and trust about eXp, just like someone told you. They decided to join the company, and the revenue just happens. It's just part and parcel of you being a steward and sharing a great model to help change people's lives. Now, if my friend Fred goes and tells anybody about eXp Realty, maybe he tells his neighbor Barney. I didn't even know Barney was a real estate agent. Barney gets his license and goes to work for eXp Realty. Well, guess what? Every home Barney sells, who's going to get 3.5% off the top? Yeah, Fred will. Fred will get 3.5% of every home. But now Barney, when Barney sells a house, because I told Fred and Fred told Barney, Glenn and eXp Realty said, well, let's give Brad a little, because if it weren't for Fred, Barney wouldn't be here. So we're going to give Brad 0.2% off of the top. Brad doesn't even know Barney. And I just got a 2% of his closing. Now, I would have gotten a whole 4% of Barney's closing if I just tell 4 more people. So I call my buddies Larry, his friend Mo, Shemp, and Curly, and I tell them about eXp Realty. All 4 of them join the company, and they're out capping. They're out closing transactions. They're selling homes. That means anybody that I bring into this company who I know, love, and trust, anybody that they tell about the company, I will collect revenue share 7 tiers down. We call it a cascading revenue share. And all that means is I've met the production awards, or I've met the sponsor. We call it our FLQR, Frontline Qualified Realtors, that you've sponsored in. If I have 5 people, my Freds, that I've brought into the company, I can collect up to $3,200 per person they bring in. That's 4% off of the top of anybody in my second tier, which means Barney is worth about $3,200 a year to me. Just between Fred and Barney, I'm looking at about $6,000 passive revenue income if they cap each and every year for the rest of my life. Is that better than flipping homes once a year, or being 90 years old, climbing to the top of the stairs going, here's the master bedroom, I don't think you guys are going to want to do that. Being a property manager, flipping homes, that's not retirement. That's not an exit strategy. It's a good exit strategy if you can do it, if that's a lifestyle you want to live as a real estate professional coming on the downside of that roller coaster ride. This cascading revenue share, believe me, we have people doing really well because they are on all 7 tiers. It means, yes, they not only told Fred, they told Larry, Moe, Curly, Shemp, and everybody else in their sphere of influence that they love. And those people joined eXp Realty, which means our agents here, and I could bring them up on the stage now, who are on the 7th tier, are getting over $4,000 from people they've never met or know because they brought in 40 people. Now, again, this doesn't have to happen. You don't go out and do this. This happens by you going out and helping people buy and sell homes because obviously you're working with an agent on the other end of the transaction. Agents want to help other agents. I see agents today changing agents' lives. You are one of them because somebody here at eXp, that's our agents changing the world. So thank you for being part of that, and we hope we can change the world for you today. How do we do that? We're going to transform it. We're going to transform the way you know real estate, but we're going to transform it for the consumer. Because if the consumer has access to you faster, easier, quicker, more efficient, you can actually answer your phone. My gosh, we'll not only transform the real estate experience for the agent, but we're going to do it for the consumer. You see, we make you mobile. No ball and chain, no leash and collar, no office. You are now the boss of you, the CEO of you, and you would get to use eXp's umbrella to cover you in every aspect of your business. We are 100% mobile. Whether you're coming in to get tech support, meet other agents. I have one agent brings their affiliates, title company, lender, appraiser. They meet in here once a week. They love him because they don't have to travel to his office. He doesn't have an office. He works in here in cloud. But what they really love is they don't have to travel. They don't have to go anywhere, and they get to get business from this eXp agent. All they do is run around the community telling everybody how cool his office is. And now all the agents in the community are calling the agent saying, how do we get into eXp Realty? And then the brokers are calling me saying, I just lost my number 1, number 2, and my number 4 agent to eXp. Can you tell me about the company? And then we invite you here and we show you what we have. Whether you're coming in for meetings, I can give you 1,001 stories the way people use this world you're sitting in right now, not to just get help, support, train, education, learning, collaborate, talk to teams, staff, meetings. No, they're actually growing their business using this community. Normally, I'd pop you all out into the world and take you on a tour, but I'm just going to give you a real quick tour right now, right here, by just clicking on this little screen, and I should be able to go full screen. When you come into eXp World, you default in the Welcome Center. You can always just turn to your left and see everything that's going on in the day. If there's any technical challenges, you can't hear, you can't walk, you can't see, you could actually pop right over to the right. We have our tech outpost, live staff there to help you. Right now, you're sitting in the auditorium. But as I said, we have agents who are touring all around here right now. You can go after this, go check out agent experience. We have agents meeting other agents in the Welcome Center, writing and reviewing offers. But most of the time, you'll find agents walking into rooms like this, surrounded by the experts of those tribes, whether it's lead generation, how to get business off of Zillow for free, how to farm and prospect, how to learn from the best and the best in the industry. And then, of course, as I said, we have our support staff. You can walk into our agent experience department right now and get support. All of our departments are here, but for the most part, coming into the meetings, attending these sessions, you're connecting yourself with the same people you would to pay thousands of dollars to go to the Inman Connect conference. Look at these people. These are the same people showing up at the Inman Connect, at the NAR conference, at the RE bar camps, at the broker tours, but you're having global reach now, not just local community. That's why people go to the National Association of Realtors events, is because they want to be able to connect and collaborate and get business cards and see speakers and get the newest technology. Folks, we're doing that every day, all day here for free. You just walk in here. I mean, how many of you had to park your bus and get a ticket to an usher and come in? No, you just launch the world. You walk in here and work it. That is a huge value, because that is one of the solutions we come up with. Agents are saying, but I'm stuck in traffic. I can't get to the meeting. But the bridge is backed up. The bridge, folks, there's a million reasons we use this environment to do the things that the real world can put a damper on. We've come up with solutions today for the challenges we know you had yesterday, today, and some of you have these challenges that are coming and you don't even know it. So let's come up with some technology solutions to truly make you mobile and free. Number one, we've built a proprietary program at your entire business behind one secured firewall, and we call it eXp Enterprise. It is all things eXp. It's every transaction you'll ever do. It's all your commission details. It's your revenue share. It's your stock. It's everything financial and links to every product, tool, and service we want you to have access to in your toolbox. We also provide every single person in the company SkySlope. It's our transaction management system. It integrates really nicely with Zip Forms, and we have full-time staff and support here in the cloud. We have free training, education, videos, everything you'll ever need to render transaction management system very smoothly and efficiently. Again, even if you had a question, you just walk into the transaction team and ask your question. Real time, real live support by real live people. We provide the answers to all your questions, and we have the solutions to all your challenges right here on what we call our Workplace. Workplace was designed by a company you may or may not have heard of called Facebook. Facebook should have been on that list of cloud companies that has changed the world from social networking together to being able to do it on a cloud network called Facebook. So Glenn saw that. Glenn saw that Facebook is a cloud organization like we are a brokerage, but he also saw that they're in every language, every tongue, every country, every tribe, every nation world. So we now have our own tailgate on Facebook. It's exprealty.facebook.com. And it's where we connect long after you close your laptop. You shut down everything in the world. And when you're out in the real world, standing there, all you have to do is open up your mobile device and you have access to everybody in this room right now, all of the staff, all the things, more than 13,000 agents who are experts at what they do. The nice thing about our workplace is we have groups over there. We call them tribes. In each tribe could be 100, 500, 10,000. My group has more than 15,000 people, and nobody else in the world can see what we do. It's only for our eXp folks. And so can you imagine the brainstorming, the collaboration, and the stuff that's going on behind the scenes that we don't want our competition to know about? Folks, this Workplace on Facebook, I'm telling you, it's the answer to any question you'll ever have the rest of your life. I have seen people come up with challenges I didn't even know existed. And I saw the solutions created and resolved right then, right there in a single thread. That, to me, you can't put a price on. You can't articulate it in words. But what I can do here now is boldly, honestly, and comfortably and securely tell you, you'll never have another question the rest of your life at eXp Realty. You'll never have another challenge that somebody won't have a solution for. Multiple solutions for your challenges, and you get to pick what's best for you. This Workplace is one of the most powerful connectivities, and it's available right on your mobile device, just like this world is. You can put this right on your mobile. We give everybody an opt-in program. If you want to have lead gen and a CRM, we have KV Core. Yeah, no additional cost. You just register for it, sign up. It's by InsideRealEstate.com. Go to InsideRealEstate.com. To learn more about KV Core. We provide that to all of our agents and brokers here at eXp Realty. We have our own marketing and branding department. We don't want you spending hours in front of a white piece of paper on a screen trying to figure out how to design the perfect flyer, postcard, just listed, just sold, listing presentation. Hundreds of pre-created, pre-approved, awesome looking, top of the line marketing pieces. You point, click, add your name, put a few things in, bam, done in under 5 minutes. Have that piece in the hands of your target audience in under 5 minutes. So we show you, we teach you, we train you, we help you, we make sure you can do it too. We have available. Again, if you look at expcloud.com, there's a calendar, and you'll find everything I'm showing you has a training class, a support class, a mastermind group, a workshop, and then we have the staff here to stand behind it and make sure every product, tool, and service can be used efficiently and effectively. Don't ever drop a product, tool, or service on you. Go, hey, check this out. Isn't this awesome? And you're like, yeah, this is great. Okay, good luck. Have fun. Take care. Bye-bye. And you're like, well, wait a minute. How do I log in? How do I use it? What do I do? What? No. That will never, ever happen to you here at eXp Realty. Our agent experience team, which I'm a part of the department there, That is our mission. It is our focus. It is our goal to make sure that your experience at eXp Realty is nothing less than stellar. That department is right outside those doors. Walk down the ramp, turn to your left. It's called Agent Experience. And that is our focus and mission, is to make sure that your experience is supreme. And again, we rely on the other 250 full-time employees. So if you've seen enough, I would recommend continue your due diligence. Just keep doing your research, just like you would a restaurant. You walk in, you look at the menu, you check the ambiance, you kind of sniff around, you look at people's plates of food, and you decide if that restaurant is a place you want to eat. And you all know this. You've walked out of restaurants before. Something just didn't seem right. So you just left. So if you're interested in continuing your due diligence and becoming a shareholder of eXp Realty, continue that due diligence. Keep researching us. Don't look at any other videos or slides. Make sure you use the slides I'm going to give you today, because kept up to date in real time, and that way you'll never look at anything old or outdated or not relative. And so again, continue the due diligence, but if you were ready to start today, you could do that. It's $99 startup fee. That gets you your business cards, your folders, your all that stuff, signed up on all the programs. Because it includes your first month's $50 a month tech fee. So there's only two monthly fees, a $50 tech fee and a $35 eXp University fee. And that's the only monthly fees that we have at eXp Realty. Go look at a franchise. Look at what a franchise would cost. And then you'll look at our costs and our startups and go, wow, how do you do that? Well, remember, we're disrupting the industry because we have a cloud model. We can do things others can't. So again, it's going to be $149 startup. There's only two fees on the 80-20 split. You sell a house, you get 80, eXp takes 20. eXp takes their 20%, that's how they pay revenue share. You take your 80%, that's how you pay your bills. Once you cap, that means you paid in 80-20, 80-20, 80-20K, you cap. You go to 100% commission for the remainder of your anniversary year. It says at the bottom, there's only two fees. The two fees you pay on every 80-20 split is a $25 broker review fee to make sure you dotted your I's and crossed your T's. I want to keep our publicly traded company on top of the game, and so having those extra eyes and ears and nose and teeth in your file, your broker, your state administrative broker, whoever reviews that file collects that $25 fee. And there's only one other fee. There's only two fees total. One is the broker review and the other is the E&O insurance, or what we call our risk management fee. That's $40 each transaction. Not a one-time $3,000. It's every transaction, $40. And here's the best part. That $40 caps when you hit 500. You'll never pay for the same bond, that same E&O insurance, that same risk management. You'll never pay more than $500 in a year. You cap at 500. So at that point, if you're closing transactions, you're still going to be just an 80-20 split with one $25 broker review fee. When you go to 100% commission, it'll be the 80, your 80-20 split's gone. Now you're on 100%. So there is no revenue share being shared anymore. You're going to go to 100% commission. You're still going to pay a $25 broker review. You're still going to pay the E&O insurance unless you've capped at the 500. Now you will pay a $250 each transaction at 100% is a $250 cap transaction fee. Once you've capped your transaction fees at $5,000, if you're doing a $250 cap fee on each transaction, I believe that's about 20 transactions, then you cap drops from $250 to $75, you become an icon agent and you get your $16K cap back. That is awesome. And we have a lot of folks doing that each and every day here at eXp. And we have icons. Folks, every Friday at 9 a.m., can I just tell you, in these three chairs, we bring in three of the top producing agents in this company in the country. And they sit here for an hour and they tell you how they do. They tell you what not to do. They open the floor. They let you ask questions and they help you become icons. Folks, it is so powerful to have people who are thousands of miles away from you that want to actually help you because they're a shareholder too. Remember that slide I showed you from 2013 when we went public and then hit 13,000 agent and that little roller coaster graph just went to the top? Well, that 13,000 put us in the number 7 spot for agent count in the mega 1,000 brokerages in the country. This is a Stefan Swanepoel report. We are number 7 with the total number of agents, number 10 for the total number of transaction sides for the entire year. And folks, I am so excited to tell 1,000 agents here at eXp Realty put us in the 23rd spot, number 23 out of 1,000 mega brokerages. We are number 23 ranked in total transaction sales volume. So it's not agent count that matters. It's the quality and caliber of agents coming to this company. Don't you want to surround yourself with those types of people? I know I do. And I feel proud that I've been able to do that for the last 4 years here at eXp. 3.5, almost 4, will be 4 years January. So what do you got to do next? All you're going to do is go back to the person who told you about eXp Realty. I'm going to say, thank you for telling me about your company. I want to do some more information. I want to do some more research, or I'm ready to join. My question to you would be this. The question we really need to get to is, after seeing the model today, the question I'd be asking this: why would I not join a company like this? And when we can get you to that question, that core value, folks, this is a change in life. It's a change in career. But I promise you, it will have an impact on your business, your personal life, your customers, the service you provide, the knowledge you have, how you run your life. This is really up to you. Back to the person who told you about this today. They're going to have a link. You can even ask them, I want the slides that Brad Anderson shared today in the introduction, and they're going to send you these slides on the screen. It's called an Introduction to eXp Realty, and it's going to be on there what we call a careers page. It's where you get to go, and whoever told you about this company, go back here, and if you want to ask them to send you the link. You could request it here, over here up in the top, and if you're ready to go today, we thank the sponsor for inviting you, and you can click on this Apply Now as an agent. Joining eXp, folks, it just means you're going to get an application process. I can't promise you can come over here. I can't promise you can move your whole brokerage or your whole team. I don't know. You have to go through a vetting process, and that's where it begins, right here. Believe me, we are starting to master the journey for joining the company, and they are coming over by the hundreds and thousands. Big teams. Many of you heard that even Vince Ferragamo's Super Bowl Realty. You probably heard about Jay Kinder, number 2 agent in the world for all of Coldwell Banker at one point. He joined eXp Realty. Kevin Kaufman, Fred Weaver, top 2 teams, one of the top teams in all of Keller Williams, left and came on board here to eXp Realty. Publicly posted that they were going to give their profit share to charities and are going to use their revenue share to continue growing their business. So again, reach out to the person who told you about this class today. Reach out to them, and again, if anything, just ask questions. They can guide you, they can direct you. And then to let you go on time today, I'm going to leave you with this thought. Every one of us in this room right now knows 5 people that if they'd in these slides, they would jump at a chance to be here and come be part of this this model and this brokerage. So if it's not you, that's okay. It's okay. Don't keep us a secret. This is our world. This is where we work, where we play, where we grow.